It's time to start the show. Good evening, everybody, and a happy Hanukkah to you out there. Oh, look, I just saw my 7th candle was out, and it just came on. It's all timed. Let me turn down this music here. If you were enjoying those introductory tunes, well, those were mine as well. It's a little Hanukkah song, Ma'oz Tzur, an instrumental that I did. It's so nice to be with you tonight. So hello, everybody out there. This is great. You can see me, you can hear me. Wonderful. We're going to start right off. I want to say cheers to all of you. We have made it. 2020 is almost over. And if you are with me here tonight, then kudos to you. We did this together. One last live at home concert tonight. And before I get to the music, I just want to remind you that I have a new album that's going to be coming out, and you could see in the pinned, what do we call it? A tweet? It's not a tweet. We're not on Twitter. What do you call this thing? This is my technology at work. The text, the comment, the comment. If you see the pinned comment, there is a link to pre-order my album, and so many of you have already. It's amazing. One more day, the deadline is tomorrow. So just as Hanukkah ends, the Kickstarter ends also. So continue greeting each other. I always love seeing everybody saying hello to each other. It's like a little family reunion. And since we're in the middle of a pandemic and we can't be in the same living room together celebrating, this is the next best thing. So I am so happy to celebrate with you tonight. Keep commenting and liking and emojiing at me all night, because not only do I like seeing the little pyrotechnics on the screen, but that's also how I know that I'm still live and you can still hear me, is with the comments and all the clickings. So please do, and sit back, relax, and enjoy. Let's play some music. So you're going to hear a variety of songs tonight. Some from the new album, some from my less new album, and some I just feel like playing. And this I know is going to happen throughout the night. This is like an electric menorah from the 80s. So every now and then a candle will go out. And we're just going to have to fix it, because as Peter, Paul, and Mary tell us, we're not allowed to let the lights go out. Here's a song that is going to be on that new album that I can't wait for you to hear. It's called Come Home To. It takes all my effort just to open up the door in the morning. Even as I'm leaving, I have visions of the moment when I come walking back in. Waiting in the rain on the railroad platform with 100 other me's. Picturing myself across the tracks where I'll come back eventually. Hey, life doesn't give you reason for the way it never turns out how you plan. Even when you reach the summit of the highest peak, the ground can still be where you stand. After all these years in a fine career, I thought this is where I'd wanna be. But the crowd at my feet turns around and I see I ain't doing this for me. Hey, you're the only one I wanna come home to. You're the one I'm running to see. You're the Everybody pretends, but we know not what we do. Everybody pretends, but we know not what we do. When you learn to speak, I know your first words will be, where were you? But you're the only one I want to come home to. You're the one I'm running to see. You're the only one I want to come home to. Your little hands reaching out for me. You're the only one I want to come home to. You're the one I'm running to see. You're the only one I want to come home to. Your little hands reaching out for me. You're the only one I want to come home to. You're the one I'm running to see. You're the only one I want to come home to. Your little hands reaching out for me. Hey, hey, Thank you. That song was Come Home To, and it will be on the new album. So if you haven't yet, you have one more day to contribute to help me finish and make my album and get it out to you in the new year. So just click on that link right at the top comment that I have there, and you can still kick in. And even if you have kicked in already, thank you so much. It has been a wild, wild ride. Letting this news out there, finally telling people that I have a new album, and I'm so excited for all of you to hear it. And I'm so glad you're all joining me tonight. Thank you to the Wicker family is out there. Hi, guys. And I think the Green family on 2 different devices, it looks like. Everybody has their own personal screen. I like that. Very good. Hi, Darcy. Wonderful to see everybody. Great. So here we go. There's a lot of things to celebrate tonight, and it's been a really, really difficult year for a lot of us in a lot of different ways and a lot of the same ways, right? We're all in the pandemic. We're all trying to isolate as much as possible, even though we'd rather not. We'd rather be with each other and making music with each other and hugging each other and seeing each other. It's been really hard for me this year not to be able to tour and to perform, let alone to see the people in my life that I love. But we're going to get through it together, and doing these concerts, these virtual concerts, it's not only been a lifeline for me, but it's been a wonderful way for all of us to connect. So it's wonderful to see all of you back here with me. So tonight, as I said, we're celebrating a whole bunch of things. My new album, it's the last night of Hanukkah. You know, I hear it's the most wonderful time of the year. And there's a lot of great songs around this time, but one in particular, especially with the snowstorm that we just had, makes me think of this time of year, living where I live in Philadelphia, and kind of walking around in the winter wonderland. City sidewalks, busy sidewalks, dressed in holiday style. In the air there's a feeling of Christmas. Children laughing, people passing, greeting smile after smile. And on every street corner you'll hear silver bells, silver bells. It's Christmas time in the city, ringling. Hear them sing, soon it will be Christmas Day. bright red and green, as the shoppers rush home with their treasures. Hear the snow crunch, see the kids bunch. This is Santa's big scene, and above all that bustle you'll hear silver bells, silver bells. It's Christmas time in the city, ring-a-ling. Hear them sing, soon it will be Christmas Day. City sidewalks, busy sidewalks, dressed in holiday style. In the air there's a feeling of Christmas. Children laughing, people passing, greeting smile after smile, and on every street corner you'll hear silver bells, silver bells. It's Christmas time in the city, ring-a-ling. Hear them sing, soon it will be Christmas Day. Silver bells, silver bells. It's Christmas time in the city, ring-a-ling. Hear them sing, soon it will be Christmas Day. Soon it will be Christmas Day. Hey Jesse, hey Perry. Welcome everybody. Well, I can certainly tell you I didn't grow up singing that song, so this is my chance to to let it shine now. I do love that song. Wonderful. Thank you all so much for joining me tonight on this last night of Hanukkah. So I'm going to get to a few more songs that I wrote, including another one that will be on the new album. And I don't know if some of you saw that I posted, or if you've contributed already to the Kickstarter, and the link is conveniently pinned at the top right down there. If you've already contributed to the Kickstarter, then you've seen that I've posted some behind-the-scenes footage, including videos of the string quartet that recorded in the studio some of my songs, pre-pandemic, of course. So when you kick into the Kickstarter, you can go see those full videos. And this next song does not have strings, but it does have a horn section. I don't have them with me tonight, so, you know, I'll make do with what I got here. I'm caught up in the moment. It's happened once before. I'm held there for a moment. Seashells all along the shore, each moment more momentous than before. But you're picking all the flowers. I say whatever for, and that old smile turns to face me. it's happened once before. I hold you for a moment, nevermore. Just another daydream, just another. Thank you so much. I love that. So I hope you're singing along at home, on your couch, or in the bathtub. I don't know, wherever you are. No judgments here. I love seeing the emojis come in and the, and the hand clapping emojis, because I can't tell if you're clapping at home, but that's, visually, I guess I can that way. So good. Wonderful. Thank you all again so much for joining me tonight. And as always, I want to know where you are, where you're tuning in from, so drop your city and state and country, and of course what you're drinking as well. I don't know, do you have any good Hanukkah cocktails that you've been working on? I know my friend Sebastian has been making his latkes with eggplant. Just drop some recipes in the comments. We're here to share. So I don't have too many holiday songs necessarily, but one song that has become very appropriate for this time of year is my song called New Year. And the idea behind the song is actually that any day can be the start of a new year, right? We're coming up on January 1st, and I know we all want to turn the page on 2020, but things don't just magically change at the stroke of midnight, right? We might turn the page on the calendar, but that doesn't mean things necessarily change, but it's a good marker for us. We don't always take the time to reflect and think about what we can change, and so we have that reminder on the calendar to do that, but really any day can be the start of a new year. And that's really the message of this song. So as we head into some cold days ahead, we can remember that any day can be the start of our new year. Found him with his open hand. He was learning to let go. He had enough but was not full. He found it hard to swallow. say what really is on your mind. It's really not the time and place. Never face the world with an open hand. But this is a new year. 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 He ran away to lose himself. His fists were punching in the air. His feet were taken to the edge, though he never thought they'd take him there. Never turning back on the way things are. They are what they're supposed to be. Never face the world with an open hand. But this is a new year. 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 Never turning back on the way things are. They are what they're supposed to be. Never face the world with an open hand. But this is a new year. This is a new year. This is a new year. This is a new This is a new year. New year. Thank you so much. That was off of my Something Less New album. And I can't wait for you to hear the something really new that's going to be coming very soon. So everybody that's kicked in below to the Kickstarter, you will get a new CD before anybody else in the world gets to hear it, and I'm really excited to mail those out to you. Because, it's not just a dark winter. We're living through a pandemic, and it's good to have something to look forward to, right? And I've been holding on to this project for such a long time and holding on to these songs for such a long time. I'm excited to just release them and for other people to hear them as well, especially with the full arrangements that we've done. So if you haven't yet, kick in to the Kickstarter. If you have, if you'd like to share the link on your page or on your social media, that's great, because tomorrow is the deadline to do it. It's done. Can't pre-order after that. So kick in now while you can. And, I don't know how you've been spending the pandemic. I have been drinking a lot of wine, which is a good thing, I think. It's healthy, they say. And I've also been, because we can't go to live concerts, I've been watching a lot of live concert videos, and there's one that kind of inspired me to revisit an old song. It's by Band of Horses, and I don't know, I guess as I've been feeling the winter vibes with the snowstorm, this kind of strikes me as a little bit of a ghostly winter song. So I'm going to play a little rendition of it for you. No One's Gonna Love You by Band of Horses. It's looking like a limb torn off, or all together just taken apart. We're reeling through an endless fall. We are the ever-living ghost of once was, and no one is ever gonna love you more than I start splitting at the seams, and now the whole thing's tumbling down. Things start splitting at the seams, and now things start splitting at the seams, and now the whole thing's tumbling down. Things start splitting at the seams, and now the whole thing's tumbling down. Things start splitting at the seams, and now things start splitting at the seams, and now the whole thing's tumbling down. Thank you. That was my first time playing that song. You know, sometimes you just find a song that hits you wherever you are, and you know, you just got to get it out of your system by playing it. That was by the Band of Horses, and I mentioned I don't have too many holiday songs in my arsenal, but I do have a jazz version of a traditional Hanukkah song that I put out a little while ago, and this being the last night of Hanukkah, I thought I would actually play you this Hanukkah song. I don't really get a chance to play it that often, but I want you to thank you for sharing Hanukkah with me, actually in my house. I was thinking about lighting a menorah, and then I just thought Facebook Live playing music and open flames was just like a recipe for disaster. So I have an electric one here from the 80s that may itself catch on fire. It's very possible. Keeps going out. These may explode. I don't know. If they do, you know, put a comment in the Facebook thing and just give me a heads up. But if you have a menorah at home, if you celebrate Hanukkah, and you have not yet lit the candles, if you'd like to light them with me, you can right now light your menorah. It is the 8th night, so all of the candles will be lit, which is really, you know, it's the most photogenic night of Hanukkah. And I have a lot of wonderful memories of celebrating Hanukkah with my family, and lighting all the menorahs and having all the lights on the table and then singing songs around them. And there's a traditional song that you sing around the menorah after you light and say the blessings, and it's called Ma'oz Tzur. And Ma'oz Tzur is in Hebrew, but it's about overcoming adversity. It's about standing up for what's right, and that's what Hanukkah is all about, and it's a message that is certainly relevant for our modern times, not just for the time when the story of Hanukkah happened. So we can think about that as you make sure your candles are lit. And so here's a traditional tune of Ma'oz Tzur, and if you know it, feel free to sing along at home wherever you are. Happy Hanukkah, everybody. Thank you all so much for joining me tonight. It has been wonderful doing these live at home concerts with you all year. It's certainly been a bright spot for me in this dark year. So I want to thank you all for joining me. All of the repeat offenders out there who keep coming back. It's wonderful to see you. I'm going to play one more song for you to end on a bright and beautiful note. Thank you for celebrating Hanukkah with me. A very Merry Solstice to all of you and a very Happy New Year. If you have not kicked in yet to pre-order the new album, go ahead and click on the pinned comment. I've figured out that's what we call it. It's a comment, right? The pinned comment that has the link to my Kickstarter. There's one more day to kick in. There's lots of really cool rewards also from new shirts and hoodies and kazoos, of course, and I'm going to be releasing a lot of new stuff. So tomorrow is the deadline. I want you to get this album as soon as possible so I can put it in your hands. So if you pre-order it through the Kickstarter, that's the fastest way to get the music to you before anybody else. So some of the songs you heard tonight will be on that new album. I'm going to play one more that has been out there, but I wanted to end on a really positive note, right, to send us into 2021 together. And some of you may have seen that this song of mine was picked up by some friends that I made on the internet. I've never met them before because they're in Australia. But there's a group of singers in Australia that took to my song Passover and the very upbeat, optimistic message of it. And there's a great video that you can find on my Facebook and Twitter feed of them singing Passover. And so wherever you are tonight, I hope if you've been singing along, you can certainly sing along to this one. It's meant as a sing-along song. And I just really want to thank you all for being with me and supporting me and my music all this way. And through the year, certainly, you know, musicians need a lot of support. And hopefully you got a lot out of these concerts as well. Some bright spot and some dark times. So I'm going to sing Passover to sing us out into the evening, to usher Hanukkah out for one last evening. And here is to brighter days ahead, even though we may be experiencing a dark cloud hanging over us right now. We're going to get through it together. And the most immediate way to cheer each other up is by singing. So here we go. Thank you all so much for joining me. Here we go. This dark cloud will soon pass over. This dark cloud will soon pass over. This dark cloud will pass, and there will be sun, sun, sun. Said this dark cloud will soon pass over. This dark cloud will soon pass over. This dark cloud will pass, and quite a disheartening thing. But instead of getting low, let's get together and sing. Let's sing. This dark cloud will soon pass over. This dark cloud will soon pass over. This dark cloud will pass, and there will be sun, sun, sun. I see you're feeling blue. Life's not how you want it to be. So until the sun shines through, you can sing along with me. This dark cloud will soon pass over. This dark cloud will soon pass over. This dark cloud will pass, and there will be sun, sun, sun. Said this dark cloud will soon pass over. This dark cloud will soon pass over. This dark cloud will pass, and there will be sun, sun, sun. Said this dark cloud will soon pass over. This dark cloud will soon pass over. This dark cloud will pass, and there will be sun, 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 sun. Here is to brighter days ahead and getting through it together with music. Thank you all so much for joining me. Happy Hanukkah, a very merry solstice, and a happy New Year's. Cheers.